Make sure and subscribe to the channel. Look, man, Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. Two big names in the sport of boxing. Gervonta's name, I'm not even going to say Gervonta's name is bigger. I just think, as far as their profiles, I think their profiles are the same. I just think more people will tune in to watch Gervonta because, he's a knockout artist. But as far as one profile being bigger than the other, I don't know if I would say that. But what I would say is, I think Shakur Stevenson is right by saying, you know what, me and Tank, we should be the headliners of our own card. To put Tank and Shakur on the undercard of a guy like Crawford and Canelo, I think that makes sense too, don't get me wrong. But I do think if they announce Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson, I think that will create the buzz kind of like they did with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. You remember, man, Terrence Crawford, look, I'm not saying people didn't tune into his fights, but him fighting Earl Spence definitely elevated pay-per-view numbers, elevated his profile. So there was a complementary relationship there. The slick boxer-puncher against the boxer-puncher / brawler in Earl Spence. Now you have Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. And I know with Gervonta and Lamont Roach, we all saw what happened in that fight. But now you got Gervonta, a boxer-puncher, against Shakur Stevenson, who's more of a slick boxer, a guy who's going to coochie-coo you to the finish line. But he could hit you with some shit you don't see and make you miserable. Bottom line is, I think Shakur Stevenson hit the nail on the head by saying, you know what, that would be a good opportunity, but we may not need that because of what both of us bring to the table and establishing that complementary relationship and elevating each other. And I think pay-per-view numbers would be very good. It's almost like Mayweather and Zab Judah. The fight was for the hood. The fight was for the streets. And I'm not trying to be funny, but, there was a lot of urban interest. Crawford and Spence, a lot of urban interest. And I think the same thing here with Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. It'll be a lot of urban interest, especially if Gervonta returns, rematches Roach, and knocks Roach out. But again, I don't see that shit happening, but, anything's possible because Gervonta Davis is that special, but so is Lamont Roach. Anyway, keep cool. Hopefully they finally make Gervonta and Shakur sooner than later.